like, subscribe, comment, and let's get to it.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Ken, and I'm back to you with another one. And you know this, you know the rest. But yeah, man, so I've been thinking about the Anthony Joshua saga, you know, because they keep bringing him up. Now, Eddie Hearn, all of a sudden, trying to negotiate while Wilder has a fight coming up, which is a tactic to basically try to say, oh, well, he tried to make the fight. He couldn't make the fight because he didn't want to negotiate. Everybody know Eddie's slithery Hearn, right, is trying to negotiate before the outcome of the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, because he don't want him to have any leverage, because if he being Deontay Wilder able to beat Tyson Fury, then he can basically come to the table with at least 45s, with 45-55 or 50-50 type split. And so one of the things I actually thought about in the process, I was just thinking, Anthony Joshua isn't smart. He's not a smart businessman. He's not smart logically. Like, he's not smart. He doesn't make common sense. Like, it's just his thought process is irrational, right? And here's why I say that. This man had an offer for $50 million, right? So let's just let that sit in. $50 million. And then once he turned down the fight, right, it came out that he actually had a $80 million for 2 fights guaranteed, right? But he turned down the $50 million fight, which means that automatically he's not having a second fight. So you basically turned down $80 million to sign a 3-year, $100 million contract with Eddie Slithery Hearn. How do that make sense logically? How does that make sense monetarily? Everybody talk about how Anthony Joshua is this cash cow, he's smarter. Deontay wishes that he was in his shoes in that predicament, in that situation, right? I bet he don't. To fight 3 years versus 2 fights, you could have made what you had made for a 3-year, $100 million contract. You could have made that in 2 fights. Now, somebody help me make that make sense. For you to take a 3-year, $100 million contract versus being a free agent or going somewhere else and not signing with Matchroom Boxing, right? And make $80 million, and then that's not even what you're going to make on the back end. So let's say if he makes 80 million, right, in that one fight, he getting another guaranteed $30 million. That's $110 million right there. That's $110 million. So I'm trying to figure out, how can somebody convince you to sign for less and for a longer extended time for less? I'm trying to figure that out, because I can't. I've been trying to think, rationally. I've been trying to think metaphorically. I've been trying to think logically. I've been trying to think from a common sense perspective, and I cannot come up with an answer that makes sense for a person who would get more money in less fights than he will make in a longer term, which is 3 years, and will get less money. I can't figure that out. So Anthony Joshua, man, the dude, man, they call him a puppet. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I guess he just likes the fact that some type of white man is in charge of his finances, which is the way a lot of people think, because they feel like they can't do it for themselves or whatever, which I don't understand that, but hey, to each his own. But you willing to be a puppet and be sued if you don't want to fight anymore put yourself in that type of position versus being on your own and then making the money without even really having to share it. You could basically make that money and only pay the people that's training you and your team. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for now, man. I just tried to make sense out of it. It just kind of dawned on me, that Eddie Hearn would be able to convince somebody to take a longer extended contract for less money than you can make in 2 fights. But that's all I got for now. It's your boy Ken, man. Tune in, a little bit more. A lot of people don't get my notifications, but however, if you do, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you hit that like button and leave a comment down below. That's all I got. I'm out.